That is an awesome question. Best boat to sail around the world. You bet, man. My name's Jerry. I'm a blue water sailor, and I am passionate about sailing. I'm hopefully going to answer the questions you asked. What is the best boat to sail around the world? Now, it's going to be a different boat for different people. Depends on the size of their family, and of course, size of your budget. That always comes into play. Also depends on what part of the world you're going to be sailing in. If you're going to be in the Caribbean, or if you're going through the canals of Europe, you'll want a shallow draft boat. In the Atlantic or Pacific, a deeper draft boat with the because they'll handle the heavy waves better. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. But there are so many different boats out there. There is an actual boat just for you, kind of waiting for you. One of the things that I really learned, we had quite a small boat, but very strong, is your boat has to be strong. But to keep things simple, spend the money on better winches, better ground tackle. The offshore passages, they might be a month at a stretch or 2 weeks at a stretch, but then you could be spending several months in a beautiful island somewhere. So you want to have the good ground tackle that'll hold you when you're there, and the good equipment that's going to work for you when you're in foreign lands with different kinds of voltage. There's not many marinas out there, so you need to be self-sufficient with things like solar power, wind power, generator, that sort of thing. Things like I find North Americans really like a lot of luxury and big engines and a lot of electronics. With the Europeans, I found they had their number one criteria is the boat has to sail well. Generally smaller engines and not so fancy electronics, and they sailed their boat a whole lot more. I guess they just don't like motoring as much as us North Americans. Keeping things simple, anything you have electronic, try to have backups for it. For example, a bilge pump. You'll need a couple of backup bilge pumps. Sooner or later, your engine will die, your batteries will fail, and you'll be forced to do things manually, such as your lights, some battery-powered lights for your running lights as well as inside. We used a battery-powered GPS and a sextant. Sextants are becoming kind of a thing of the past, but it sure looks good on the bookshelf now. And just really think things out. There's a lot of people leave with electronic charts and not having the paper backup. You really need to have those paper backups because I say sooner or later the electronics in your boat will fail you, and you can be stuck without it pretty badly. The other thing about taking off either coastal cruising or long distance cruising is it's expensive. I still love to get out on the water, and once adventure's in, it doesn't really go away. And like I said, it's expensive. So what I've done is I've teamed up with some of these awesome guys online, and they're doing really well. And it's so well that it's convinced me to go full time with this. And this is the sort of thing that powers my dreams, or pays for my dreams, and dreams of distant horizons. And it's pretty awesome. If you want to have a look at what we're doing, just click the link below or go to workwithjerry.com. That's WORKWITHGERRY.com. We'll see you out on the water. Cheers.